how you tell you that I'm still following you.
Well, but are you worried about something?
You know what? I don't know what to worry about because I know how police does. I know when you have a lot of money, how things get swept up under the rug.
But is someone bothering you because of what's what? Because nobody know your face. Nobody know who you are.
Hmm.
What happened?
What's bothering me is the stuff you're going through. That's what's bothering me. And why it's bothering me is the fact that I'm kids in school. And the things that he has done and helped Steve Harvey do, and a lot of other people, I have no idea, especially people behind the walls and all this stuff here. You never know how deep it goes until you get to the bottom of it. That's what's bothering me. I thought it would be over with by now.
I did too.
You know what I'm saying? And you're still going through it. That makes no sense at all.
So what
It
do you?
makes
What do
no.
you? You know your cousin. Evidently, he's not sorry. They done brought Shirley in on it and everybody else. I mean, because I want
That
I want to tape you, and you tell me what should you tell Tommy? What would you tell Tommy to like leave me alone? I mean, why do you think? Why you think this is such a big issue? Why have he not tried to talk to Steve and shut this down? Because he's a part of it for sure.
you know what? I would say this much. You know how many uncles of ours tonight gotten killed behind bullshit, especially Uncle Fred. Do you think this is right for you to do that to Miss Essie? Now, I don't know if you record me or not. I don't care if you are.
Well, let me press this
But
button. Go ahead.
in the 80s, I had an uncle, Uncle Fred, that got killed. Fred Miles that got killed by police officers. He was a runner. And I remember the day he came to my house and he told my father about it. I was about a good 7 years old. And my daddy always excused us when there was something dealing with that because my daddy was a minister, just like his father is a minister. But however, Uncle Fred came to the house and told my daddy he was going to give up everything. And my dad was like, I don't understand. He was a runner for the police. I don't know what the runner means, but a lot of things it had to do with drugs. I don't know if he was one of those people that set people up to buy from him or whatever and get them caught. I don't know. But that part of his life was he was going to give his life to Christ. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
He ended up being killed in Fifth Ward. We lived in what's that area called over there? We lived across the bridge on the other side of Fifth Ward.
Mm-hmm.
And they found him on Lounge and Waco. No, it's Lounge. Oh God, what is that? Anyway, right before you get downtown,
Mm-hmm.
they found him in a building. And the way my uncle was, you had to fight him. They found him in a building. You could tell he had been in a fight, but he was handcuffed and shot in the mouth. So his whole back of his head was gone. If you don't understand how they feel to go through something like that as a family, how can you sit back and think it's okay to do what's been done to you? That upsets me.
Well, he ain't got no uncles that you could talk to, and they talk to Tommy.
Uncle Lewis is the only one that's living now. Uncle Lewis and Uncle Dooley.
Do he know what Tommy's doing?
I doubt it.
Mm.
I doubt it very seriously. And Uncle Lewis is an OG. And I'm thinking to myself, this don't make no it. It does not make any sense.
So what do you think I should do, sweetie? I mean, it's your cousin. You know him. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought once I released that other phone call and we taped it, and like he heard your voice and heard the sincerity of you being a family member, I really would have thought Steven would have shut this down, but they haven't.
You released the tape with my voice on it?
I sure did.
I didn't see that.
I just put a little old lady on it. You know what I'm saying? Just throw them off a little bit. Did nobody know your voice or anything like that? But I
I
did.
sound like an old lady.
Well, you know what? I don't want nobody. I ain't never call your name or nothing. Like I'm
Oh my
taping. I'm
God.
just telling you, I'm taping you right now. But at
That's
least
fine.
okay. But I'm saying though, like how sincere you were. Like people, they felt that authenticity in you. They felt like you were sorry. They felt like you want to change what was going on with Tommy. You know what I'm saying? I thought maybe if he heard the voice that he may would, but he didn't.
You know what? He don't know me by that name.
I didn't call you no name. I just said a family member. And don't call your name right now.
I won't.
Okay, but I'm just saying, just to hear you talking, and I said Tommy relative, you know what I'm saying? And people were like comments and stuff. They were good comments about you. You know what I'm saying? That you sound like an honest person. You know what I'm saying? But can't nobody tell me why Tommy did it. Can't nobody even tell me why Steve is still doing it. But what I do know is that this ain't the first time Tommy done did something like this. Cause if he have done this before and we see it's happening, he dealing with Steve, you know he done other women. They just was scared to tell it.
You know what? I'm gonna put it like this. I don't know if I did it the first time, but I know this to be true. I went to Wiley College. That's in East Texas, and I did join a sorority.
Okay?
And when you're in a sorority, you become sisters or brothers when you're friends, and then they have some brothers and sisters on the yard as well. And when one brother or sister in trouble, all will come to do whatever.
So you telling me that Tommy would lose his whole career behind Steve Harvey?
If he's caught,
If what?
if he's caught. But then again, in the court system, you don't know who may be your brother or sister either. That's why I think a lot of stuff has been done.
I believe that.
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
do understand that.
Like this the black judge he had, the black lawyer he had,
Yes.
folks were saying she's a sister brother to him.
He is one. He is one of them. They all in that. I know he's one too. Yeah,
Now you see.
I do. So you're basically saying because they all in the sorority and the police in the sorority too, judges in the sorority too, lawyers in it, they ask can all walk away and get away with this. That's why it didn't happen for so long. Because someone
Now
asked
wait a
me that
minute.
question tonight.
Now hold on now, listen. You even have them higher than that. You remember when this black lady that was running for some office in that's high up that's dealing with, you know how you have Republican Democrats and stuff like that, and she was one of the judges that was going for a high position.
Yes, ma'am.
She was also that. Do you remember when they was marching on the White House or whatever?
I know
The
you're
red
about.
and blue,
Uh-huh.
the red and white, the blue and white, and all that pink and green.
Yes, ma'am.
All that is within that. When you hire up like that, oh, you get protected. You get protected.
So
I have a daughter that goes to school right around the corner from my house. And the way she acts, she get it from me. I know she does. I'm going to speak the truth whether you want to hear it or not. I'm not going to say, oh, well, I did this because you're a grown-up. I've been taught when you're right, you stand on it. No matter what's against you, stand on it. My daughter gets that from me. And one day, somebody asked, You act like your parents are from my family. She was like, my family don't know you. He said, well, come to my office and tell me if anything that's familiar to you. My daughter came in, she didn't show any kind of reaction because it was doing white in it. So when she got home, she said, Mama, do you have a sister at the school that I'm going to? I said, no, none of my sisters are, teachers right now. No, they are in the medical field. And she was like, no, ma'am, Mama, not like that. You know, you went to college. I said, yeah. She said, so I remember you used to go to these meetings and stuff. She said, this lady has gloves all on her desk and blue and white and sticks and stuff with blue and white. I said, well, I tell you what, stay away from that one. And what's her name? I went up there. And this lady, she had it if my daughter. And I told her who I was and what I was. And if there was some more problems, I would prefer her to call me than talk to my daughter like she's fine. And then try to make her change her mind. Ma'am, I'm not lying to you. This woman, I don't know what happened, but she, all of a sudden, the next year, she did not come back.
So,
She did not come back.
so the purpose of you calling me tonight is what though, beautiful? Is Tommy I'm finna do something? Is Steven got something planned? I mean, what's the purpose though? Like, cause you can't stop Tommy. I mean, can't nobody stop Tommy. He's still gonna be doing it. Cause basically saying they're all frat brothers, so they gonna continue to do what they gonna do. So what's my next alternative? I mean, it's your
You know
family.
what? I don't even think Steve is no kind frat brother.
Well, he
You know
doing.
what I mean?
I heard that
You
he
have
paid.
to,
I heard he paid for the paddle. He probably did.
thank you,
Oh, okay.
thank you.
But even though he ain't no frat brother, then why would they take a chance like that? Cause he doing the little steps with him and doing all that stuff.
Let me tell you, it's some things called honorary because of who you are. People will adopt you,
Oh, okay.
and then you have the what they call it, you can stand up and do your little steps with them and all this old other kind of crap. But then again, that's also demonic too.
Oh, that's the stepping thing is demonic.
No, sorority and fraternities are demonic.
So let me ask you this:
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think that I should do to change it? Is there anything I can do to change it? Cause evidently Tommy don't care.
You still get no phone calls.
I'm not getting no phone calls right now. I'm getting text messages. Well, they'll call and like they go to my message or my voicemail.
Hmm.
But because certain things been pointed out, I think that they're scared to call now because people are paying more attention. People are paying things attention more than they were paying attention. Nobody don't want to get caught up.
I tell you what, for you to know for sure that's Tommy. Have you ever listened to it when they have it on YouTube? The
I
Tommy
didn't.
House Stop.
Mary identified his voice. I'm gonna be honest with you because I've been already violated by all their butts. I don't want to listen to none of them.
What
I
I'm saying is, what
I
I'm
know to
saying is,
analyze a voice.
yeah, you know how comedians have changed their voice and sound
Yeah,
like John Wayne, this, that, and the other.
I do. But ma'am, you gotta realize I'm a victim of stalking in these niggas. So I don't want to
I
hear
do
their voices.
understand.
I trigger. So I don't want to go back because I heard enough of their voices. And Mary was with Steve almost 16 years. She the one called and validated everything. That pissed me off. Then you called and validated because Mary been around Steve, Tommy, and all of too. So to be
Yes,
around him that
ma'am.
long, she would knew her husband and she would have knew this dude that he said was a cousin. And then you validated about your cousin Tommy. So like I don't want to hear nothing they have to say really. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear neither one of their voices. I only want to see the bald headed man with mustache or anything. So now I'm not gonna go over there and listen to nothing. Then know that Mary was married to him and validated, and you as his cousin validated. That was enough validation for me because people are not gonna just sit up there and make up some pick somebody out the blue sky and say it's them if they're not. If Tommy had half of the courage that you had and the honor that you have, we wouldn't be on this phone talking, and I would be on the internet doing what I'm doing right now because it makes no sense. And whether nobody got caught or not, these women were scared to go up against Steve, his people, and I guess Tommy him too. But I'll take Tommy's legacy if I find out 100% sure that he is. Because even though you said that you're a family member, I believed everything you said. When Mary told me, I believed it. But I'm saying Steve is the prime source, so they're doing it because of Steve. So if Steve get God, everybody else get God around him. Unless you want to
That's
go to,
right.
unless you want to go to Uncle and tell Uncle what he doing and show him for yourself, you can do that. So he can stop
I,
Tommy. Because if not,
now that's how I want to
Tommy's
do
not
what now?
untouchable from the law.
Now wait, say that one more time. Now that's how I want to do what now?
If you wanted to go to the uncle that you say he still got an uncle that's alive and tell the
Two of
uncle
them.
what Tommy's doing, but being real, he's a grown man. So I'm sure
That's right.
the uncle can't make this man do something he don't want to do. They all work at the radio station together and getting paid by Steve. So he gonna do whatever Steve tell him to do like a puppet. Cause they all work together. So he ain't
Yes,
really got no
ma'am.
choice really. Because if Steve is paying him and it's part of his radio show, he's gonna do whatever Steve tell him to do. He's gonna do whatever Steve tell him to do. He's gonna do it. Cause that's his
But you
paycheck.
know what ticks me off even worse? You know what ticks me off is the fact that for a long time I was listening to them on the radio on my way to school, to work. And I was thinking, this is nephew. I don't understand that. But when we had a family reunion, and I didn't go, but my brothers and sisters, they took pictures of this man's house. They went to the club and all this stuff there. I said, well, he looked familiar. They was like, you ought to know him. That's your cousin. I said, which one? We got so many damn kid folks. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know. He said, that's the guy that be on the radio station with Steve Harvey, nephew Tommy. I said, he ain't my cousin, and that's his uncle. He said, no, this is what they do. They just say that that's their name. So they kind of threw me off because you sitting up there saying it's your uncle, and your uncle doing all this crazy crap, and you co-sign it. That pissed me off.
But Tommy is biologically kin to you.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's not related to Steve.
No, ma'am. Hell, oh, Lord forgive me. No, ma'am. He's not.
Do any of his other family members know he done did all this?
You know what, ma'am? I don't really think so. You know why I say that?
Why?
Because they'll be talking about it.
Do you think
They'll be
Tommy?
talking about it.
But they will be talking about it.
Yes, ma'am.
So you don't even think Tommy's wife know?
That's his wife. You know she know.
He said that's his wife. You know she know. And she let this nigga
Uh-uh.
do this. And she let him get
Listen.
it. Mm.
He getting money. You think he gonna mess up their day?
Oh, right, right. Okay.
That's just like saying, I've been married for over 20 years. Me and my husband.
Yes, ma'am.
That's just like saying somebody come and say, your husband is the father of this child. Now, before I jump on this heifer, I'm gonna say what side of this dick is the mole on? She say left, right, front, or center. I'm glad. You know why?
Why?
He don't have a mole.
Right.
So therefore, your wife know what she's doing, even if she's not there.
So she getting the bag. I get it.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes sense. So there's nothing to do to kind of stop Tommy except prayer. Is that basically what you telling me? They gonna keep doing it?
You said prayer.
I mean, what are you saying? Well, what do you think will stop Tommy from working with Steve?
And that's just gonna stop him from working with Steve. That's his money. However, sometimes you know how to kill a snake.
Now,
You got to cut off the head.
and how you do that? That's a snake. We talking about a human being.
We're talking about Steve. He's a snake.
Yeah, you said a mouthful then. Yeah, he is that. It's just, you know what though? It's bad that you gonna follow a snake, and when a snake get his head chopped off, you ain't gonna have no leader, and you just gonna.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is horrible.
I'm sorry you've gone through this.
You know what, beautiful? It ain't even your fault. It really ain't your fault. It ain't your fault.
No, but see, what I'm saying is this. Now, mind you, that is my family member, true enough. Mind you, my mama and his daddy are brother and sister.
Mm-mm-mm.
Mind you, I'm ignorant just like you are. Mind you, had it been me, I would have shot up a whole bunch of bastards. I'm not joking.
You would have what?
I would have shot up a whole bunch of bastards.
You would have shot him up?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I ain't
I
going to
don't
jail
care
for them niggas.
if it's the knee, the butt, the daddy way, and that's me being nice and not saying the bad word.
Right, but so you gonna go to jail? I ain't going to jail for them. I don't want none of them dead. I just want them to. I want to seek justice. I want to make sure.
Go to jail.
You talking about shoot somebody? You'll go to jail.
Listen. You have to prove it's me.
Yeah, but you know what? Because of how these allegations have gone and how I've been on the internet and something was happening, I'd be the first person they looked at. Like, I wasn't really concerned about Tommy like that. It just irked me to know that he's that type of brother and he'll do this.
Yes, ma'am.
And then, like, ain't nobody in Steve circle intelligent enough to say, look, Steve, this ain't going on for too long. You need to put this down because somebody's going to get hurt or you're going to get caught up. Nobody in his circle, like how you call me and you're allowing me to know this. Too bad there's not nobody in Steve's circle to tell him. Or for Tommy. Why?
You know why?
Why?
Okay, look at Steve's brothers and sisters. They older than him. He's the baby. He makes all his money pay all their bills.
Oh, he pay all their bills too?
Do you actually think they're gonna speak up against him?
No, I don't.
Do you actually think they're gonna stop that bag from coming? They don't have to pay no bills.
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
They just probably have to put food in their house. It's that much.
Right. I do believe that. You're right. You're right.
And most of them, if they're still living, they old enough to be his parents.
Right.
And to tell you the truth, I think he did not go to his mama's bedside when he was being called to. It's because he didn't want to hear her tell him he was wrong.
Wrong about what? How he been doing everything?
At that time, it was him and Mary that was going through things, correct?
Right.
If she was bold enough to tell Mary that he already had her, how was he gonna marry her? How do you think she was with Steve? She reminded me of a person that didn't like her tongue all back down when she was right.
The mama or Mary?
The mama.
Right, I heard that. Okay.
The mama.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he wants to be there because she was probably going to tell him some things.
So that's why you think he didn't go to the hospital to her bedside because she's going to tell him.
I do.
Wow.
I do. You know those people like. You know those people, especially you found a lot of older people. They can sit back and look at you and tell you everything you've done, and they haven't been told nothing. You know how God shows you things.
Yes, ma'am.
And the way you move and the way you don't do this and don't do that,
Yes,
they
ma'am.
can tell you where you're headed.
Yes.
They might say, keep on. Keep on. One of these days I'm not going to be there to stop you. But you better get yourself right now.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's the kind of person whose mom was. He always talked about her being the church going person.
Mm-hmm.
Her having a close relationship with God. This, that, and the
Mm-hmm.
other.
Oh, and by him doing all he was doing, he didn't go to his mama's bedside because he knew his mom was gonna check him. That's what you
That's
said.
right. That's right.
Wow.
My dad was like that. We
Wow.
didn't cross daddy. It's 13 of us. We didn't cross daddy. Sometimes my daddy can be sitting half asleep in the phone and give me the phone, let's just quiet. And we hadn't had a quiet in what, 6 months. And true enough, they be quiet on the phone. You understand what I'm saying?
I
Things like that.
I do, but
Lord
beautiful.
let you know.
Tell me what you think I should do about Tommy. You just said cut the head off the snake. That's already happening because Steve's a snake. But there's no other way to get to Tommy before it's too late legally. Because if Steve go down, everybody going down anyway. So
That's right.
I guess he'd be smart enough to know that, wouldn't he be? Wouldn't he
You
know?
already you already see that with Shirley and her husband.
Yeah, I do see that.
You know when she called you clowning you and then she called back, well, I didn't know this and I didn't this she did.
Yeah, you did. I already know she did. Oh wow. Okay.
Because I'm sorry. My daughter come tell me somebody touch her inappropriate, even if it's my husband. He'll be a dead motherfucker, you understand?
Yes,
His
ma'am.
son, oh Lord.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, speak. You earned
He
that
will be
right.
a dead son of a gun. I'm serious. Your daughter come and tell you what he done to her or her children. And you gonna sit there and say she's lying?
But
Come on now.
Steve, right there on the side of her co-signing. So that says a lot about them. Tommy too, really. If you really want to know the truth, they all co-signing. You know, stand by your crooked people.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm.
What time is it?
You know, we on a different time. This is why I move the phone at. We on a
Well,
different
I was
time.
texting.
It's actually like 1:15.